We all have these bad fish that's trying to beat up each other and literally trying to bully all the other fish. So in this video, we're going to explore the reason why this happened, how to battle it, how to combat it, and how to curb these behavior. Welcome back to my channel, My Fish and I. We're going to all about discussing fish aggression. There's two types of aggression. There's territorial difference aggression and social ranking aggression. Territorial behavior exhibit by defending like resources, and the social ranking behavior, when they're aggressive, exhibit more in the mating selection, like a fish flaring or a fish trying to fight off another male to literally breed with all the females, or two pairs of fish paired up and literally start defending the young and bullying everybody else in the tank. Territorial aggression is basically a umbrella term that stimulates aggressive behavior in fish. Fish do not defend territory for its own sake. They defend the territory for the following reason: protection from predators, potential nesting site, availability of food, and population of potential spawning mates. You know what I'm saying? In other words, most of the stimuli discuss in the relation to defense of the territory for one reason or another. Territorial aggression is exhibited by any aggressive behavior such as chasing, nipping, biting, lip locking, which resolve around one specific location of the tank. You will often see the aggressor return to the same location after engaging in these behavior. After they bully everybody in the tank, they find a rock that's there and they literally just resort to there, and any fish come by there, boom, they're attacking them and lip locking and all sort of shenanigans going on. To resolve this aggression, you must first determine what is the cause of the aggressive behavior. For anything to be solved, you should need the underlying factors so you can make sure it doesn't happen again. In many cases, fish become overly aggressive when the tank is, say, overstocked and they need more space. Too many individual trigger resources, scarcity, and aggressive behavior sometimes can happen. In African cichlids, you gotta overstock the tank because they're naturally aggressive fish, so you gotta spread the aggression all over the tank so one fish don't get bullied and the aggression is not focused on one literally fish, and then it's gonna die. You know what? The most easiest thing to solve this, some people, they remove the bad fish for a month and they're gonna be a new tank boss, and sometimes that work. You put him back in the tank, you put him back in the tank, and then he lost his hierarchy in the friggin' fish population, and then there's a new tank boss, and sometimes he comes back and he's fighting for his territory, then you have to put him back in an isolation tank again, and so forth. Sometimes that works, sometimes don't work. Another thing I hear they say, you rearrange the decoration and so they have a new territory and all these shenanigans. Sometimes that work. Every fish have different personality. I've been keeping cichlids for over 10 years and I dealt with all sort of aggressive behavior. A fish pairing up, killing all the fish in the tank because that's what they do. They got to protect their young. They're very aggressive. The best way to curb this aggression, I find, is to lower your tank temperature. Once you lower your tank temperature, give them in your tank some hiding place to retreat to break the line of sight, your fish will calm down. If you see in the beginning, my South American cichlids, they're lip locking, they're beating up each other, and I was having a lot of trouble. Once I learned that, you know what, I used to keep them at 80. They're aggressive as hell. They're eating, they want to fight everything. They're banging up on the tank. I can't even enjoy the tank because every day there's a next fixed injury. I had to put him in a hospital tank and literally heal him, put him back in the tank. Then he gets bullied. And I tried everything. I tried to remove the bully, then put him back in a month. I tried literally rearranging all the decoration. They rearrange it how the hell they want to do it again. But I noticed once I dropped the tank to 75, literally from 80, I drop it 5 degrees lower. Look at these guys. They're in harmony. They're calmer. We don't have this shenanigans going on in the tank. Bam. No problem. If your aggression is because your tank is if you after you lower the tank temperature and the territorial aggression is still observed, the solution often lack of defense territory. Breeding pair will defend a territory more vigorously than non-spawning pair. So a lot of times if it's just a fish is spawning and they're overly aggressive, just move the 2 fish that's spawning, put them in the tank so they can have their baby, and when they're done raising their baby, you can reintroduce them to the tank and you won't have that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And no problem after that. If you notice, all my tanks have lots of plants, rocks, decoration. When I was trying to do an all-male African cichlid tank and it was bare bottom, I kept losing fish because they just keep being aggressive and fighting each other. In that behavior, I realized once I put some rocks in that, some decoration, some plants to break the line of sight, I stopped losing fish because the fish feel so exposed that they might be predators, increase their aggressive behavior to try to defend themselves. So once you increase the cover, like with rocks and driftwood vegetation, will increase the potential territory sight, decrease the shyness of the fish, break the line of sight from the aggressor, and your fish will be happy for that. You'll be having less aggression once you add some more decoration, give the weaker fish a place to retreat. You know what I'm saying? And next thing is, never add 1 fish to a tank, especially African cichlids or cichlids in period. You put 1 fish, these fishes are like a family. All the hierarchy in the tank is already structured. Now you put 1 new fish in the tank, they're gonna feel threatened. So they're gonna most of them are gonna pick on that 1 fish and gonna bully the hell out of them, so till they die. But when you put like 3 fish, at least it's 3 fish they have to worry about, so you spread the aggression till they give them time to get established their territory and realize, I'm not no threat. You know what I'm saying? You redecorate the tank so everybody have a chance to go find their new territory and stuff like that. But never just add 1 fish, because once you have 1 fish, the fish already in the tank already established their hierarchy, and now this 1 fish they feel threatened might come disrupt their harmony. Now you're gonna have problems. So never just add 1 fish. If you're adding new fish to your tank after you got that stuff secure, add 3 fish at least. So at least it will spread and redecorate the tank. So everybody be too busy trying to find new homes. And once you got it at a nice low temperature, it already decreased their temperament anyways. And turn off the lights. And by the morning and a couple of days, they'll sort out their issues and everybody should be in harmony again. And next tip to decrease their aggression, see what time of day your fish is aggressive. Sometimes fishes are more aggressive when your lights are so bright. So dim them. You know, a bright light, they have a lot of energy. You dim it, probably see the next fish less and make them calmer. When you have a brighter light on you could also have to give it off heat too, right? So dim the light a little bit and see what happened with their behavior. You know what I'm saying? But I realize lower light will keep your fish calmer than bright lights. You know what I'm saying? So if you're having a planted tank, give your fish some places to hide, and they can hide and have a dimmer section in the tank, have some shade and have some place to retreat and some place to break the line of sight. The next aggression is social ranking aggression. This type of aggression is response to the aggressive behavior of other individual, not available territory. Social ranking is important behavior in many animals, including fish. It's necessary to, as I say, to determine the hierarchy or the tank boss for survival capabilities, therefore even for breeding potential. You know what I'm saying? If you notice aggressive fish behavior such as mouth locking, as you see in the beginning, the video, fin nipping, chasing among groups of specific species of individual, that is not a location dependent. It's often display determined social ranking. Like in my Tropheus tank, they'll always be fighting. They'll leave the yellow lab alone, but they'll be fighting sometimes till they deal with the social ranking. Once the ranking is established, they are fine. Same thing in my piranha tank. They'll literally cannibalize the weak one. Once they got the tank boss, they fire a hierarchy. The boss always eat first, and according to your hierarchy in your fish family, that's how you eat, especially in the certain species of fish. These type of behavior are normal as long as they're not literally killing each other. You know what I'm saying? They'll sort their stuff out, so you don't have to worry about that aggression. Understanding why these social ranking aggressive behavior occur is critical to determine what it is and what is not normal behavior for that species of fish, and what next step you can take to alleviate the over aggressive fish behavior. So social ranking dominance. So social ranking in most fish can be split into dominant, as I said, and subdominant individual. These Tropheus, they're a very good example of social ranking dominance. So if you'll notice, once these Tropheus, if I put another species of Tropheus, they would literally kill them. Because they'll be so stressed. If I add one new Tropheus in here, they'll literally kill them, because it's gonna mess up the whole ranking situation. You know what I'm saying? So there's actually research. Literally, they did some research on some zebra domino by Phil Byte in 2010, finding that these findings can be applied to most social fish in the species studies, expressing of 40 aggression-related genes found in all fish and even mammals. In terms of social ranking, the difference in aggression between sexes, it is found that dominant males are more aggressive than the dominant female. In both, dominant male and female are more aggressive than subdominant male and subdominant female. Makes sense. Some fish, literally, the subdominant male take on the lighter color or the low color. They don't want to outshine the master. They don't want to outshine the dominant male, because the dominant male will beat them up. So they even try to take on the form of the female. You know, they look more like a female. So anytime you have a dominant male and you sell it, always you'll see another fish come up with a brighter color. You have a new dominant male. So the dominant male is always the brightest out of the two males, because the other subdominant male don't want to outshine the dominant male, because the dominant male will beat it into submission, and bully it, and nobody want no problems. Furthermore, both males and females show aggressive when they're defending their territory. Social ranking is higher determinant of aggression than sex. So next time you assume that males will be more aggressive unless they are dominant male, think again, because the dominant female can definitely do some damage. So in conclusion, the best ways to curb fish aggression, I find the number one way is reduce your temperature. Reducing the temperature has significantly reduced the aggression in my fish room. Reduce the fish death, reduce the fish loss. That's the number one tip on how to curb aggression, because they actually research on that. You can Google it and see. There's research that shows you higher level of heat. It's just like us people. I live in a cold country, and there's more murder in summer than there's murder in winter. When the sun hit you and the heat hit you, you're more hot-headed and short-tempered. So at the end of the day, you have more energy to do shenanigans. Same thing with fish. Keep them on the lower end. It will slow down their metabolism, and it will literally decrease the aggression more than anything that I try. More than removing the fish and put him in isolation, removing the bully, getting rid of the bully, anything. This tank, Red Texas, is a bully. When I tell you, I thought I couldn't keep no fish with him. And once I have that tank reduction, heat reduction, yeah, it's there, push them around from time to time, but it's much better than how it was. But my number one tip is reduce your temperature. Last tip you need to know, have hiding space, have coverage for your fish so the weaker fish can have some place to retreat. So the best things to curb your aggression is reduce your temperature. Put it on the lower end of what the fish can tolerate. And the second thing, have hiding spaces, have rock work, have plants, have dim your lights, have places the fish can retreat, and you will have great success in receiving the temperature. As I show the tank from before and after. When I reduce the temperature, there's less aggression. They'll still chase each other from there to there, but I ain't losing no more fish, no fin damage, and no more murder. If you make it this far to the video, please like and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.